Welcome to Trail Tuesday, and the truth will set you free. I'm Dr. John Bergman from adaptivephysiology.com, and today we're going to talk about saving your brain and how to prevent cognitive decline. This is not a normal part of aging. You're going to have to learn the causes and how to have a healthy brain for life. We're going to go over natural solutions. Let's get into this. So first, this is a global crisis. Now, when you're looking at cognitive decline, dementia, rapidly growing. Now, why would it be growing? Well, 55 million people worldwide, and you're looking at a new case every 3 seconds. There's something not right going on. Now, projections, you're looking at 75% of people with dementia worldwide remain undiagnosed. And by 2030, $2.8 trillion. So this is future damage and economic burden. Well, when we look at this, the younger people are driving this epidemic. Now, that should shock you. Here's an article out of The Lancet, Global Burden with Dementia in Younger People. From the 30 to 64 age category is increasing. It's not a condition of older people, and it for sure isn't a natural part of aging. So what are some of the modifiable risk factors? These are risk factors that you are under that you can modify. Number one, high blood pressure. And high blood pressure is not a disease. It's your body's response to stress. And then social isolation, so significant emotional stress. Physical inactivity. You have a hunter-gatherer body. You need to move it. But every time you're moving, you're actually stimulating that brain. Poor diet, smoking, poor education. These are all modifiable risk factors. Now, over-the-counter drugs are linked to memory decline. Now, this was a great article out of Harvard. Now, they say... this is the anticholinergic effect, and these are a whole class of drugs. And I've got multiple pharmacists as patients that wouldn't touch these with a 10-foot pole. And these are things that block a neurotransmitter, and this is how the brain communicates, called acetylcholine. Now, some of these drugs are the drugs used for sleep, for allergies, diarrhea, motion sickness, heartburn, and also prescription medications for high blood pressure, depression, irritable bowel, urinary incontinence. So standard medications that you might not associate with cognitive decline. Now let's look at the brain. You got the cerebrum, and this is the largest part, the hub of conscious thought, memory, and personality. Then you got the cerebellum, the little brain in the back, and this coordinates movement, balance, posture. And then you have the brainstem and spinal cord. And the spinal cord isn't just a collection of nerves. It literally is a long tubular brain that has its own function. And it controls things like heart rate, respiration, breathing, digestion. And remember, you have the gut-brain connection. So when you look at the parts, let's dissect the parts of the cerebrum. Frontal lobe. This is where executive function, decision making, personality, also where anxiety, stress, impulse control. All of these things are located in the frontal lobe. The parietal lobes on either side process touch, temperature, pain, awareness, cognitive, temporal lobe. And this handles sound, language, comprehension, memory formation. And then the occipital lobe, which is dedicated to processing and interpreting all visual information. So this is literally the structures of the brain, real rough overview. Now, the neurotransmitters are the key. You have these specialized cells inside of the brain that are the basic working units, and it uses electrochemicals. So it is electrical, but also hormones have an effect on it. Now, the gray matter, this is like the processors. It's composed of neuron cell bodies where the information processing, memory, emotions occur. And the white matter, there's a communication network of axons that connect different areas of the gray matter, allowing things to work together. It's a brilliant structure. Now, things can negatively affect this. And number one, environmental toxins. And this is going to be things that can cross the blood-brain barrier. heavy metals, mercury, lead, pesticides, industrial chemicals, food additives, MSG, super common, is a neurotoxin. And then you have plastics. Now, chronic stress, and luckily there's physical, chemical, emotional stressors. Now, the chronic stress leads to toxic levels where the brain can literally start to shrink, and key areas of the brain like the hippocampus. And this is going to cause brain fog and memory lapses, because when you're in that chronic state of stress, your body goes into this primal mode called fight or flight. And so you literally, your long-term memory is going to be good, but the short-term memory, loss of that, indicates a sympathetic dominant or a stress state. What I tell my patients is you got to remember what a tiger smells like, but you don't have to remember when you're in a stress state. You don't have to remember what you had for the night before for dinner. Now, this impairs decision-making, accelerates brain aging, increases dementia risks, and this is all types of stress. Then nutrient deficiencies, particularly the B vitamins, which are literally produced in the gut. And this is called the gut brain or enteric brain. So anything that damages the gut flora is going to damage your brain. Omega-3 deficiency. And when you're in America, you're looking at a toxic omega-6 in incorrect ratio, where it's poisonous food. Iron deficiency, iodine deficiency, mineral or zinc deficiency. Plus, when you're in a stress state, your ability to break those nutrients down into something usable, like amino acids, fatty acids, and usable sugars, is diminished. And the gut microbiome, this is out of Frontiers of Immunology, 2025. The gut microbiome, immune modulation, and cognitive decline. This is why we call the gut brain or enteric brain. And quote, the gut microbiome emerged as a pivotal area of research due to a significant influence on immune system and cognitive function, such as dementia, Parkinson's disease. Now, additional factors such as diet, environment, and pharmaceuticals play a role in shaping the composition of the gut microbiome, and subsequently impacting both immune system and cognitive health. That gut flora is the key. Now, if you need help in deciphering all the factors that could be contributing to an altered brain function, this is why we have the Adaptive Physiology site. Get on there if you need a hand, and we have consultations. My son, Michael, will do consultations. I'll do it. We'll walk you through. But we're literally going to walk through how the 5 keys to health are going to clue you into what the cause is and how to correct the solution, or what the corrective solution is. And these are the 5 keys to health. Number 1, your nervous system. If you understand that little 2-pound brain burns 90% of the body's oxygen by creating its own food called cerebral spinal fluid. If there's an interruption in that fluid flow, intracranial pressure can increase. Plus, that brain gets its information from the position and motion of the vertebrae and your body. If there's an interruption in that communication, your brain is not going to function correctly. And that nervous system could be in a stress state, which means long-term memory is active, short-term memory is going to be off, or the other part, the regeneration, the parasympathetic. So you got to clear the nervous system of interference. You got to look at the structure. Movement. Movement is a nutrient for the brain. Movement is a nutrient for the brain. What does exercise do? It increases blood flow and oxygen and nutrients. Just the movement stimulates neuronal growth. It's called neuroplasticity. And I love this report by the WHO. Even a blind squirrel is going to get a nut now and then. Physically active individuals have a demonstrably lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. So what can you do now? Aim for at least 115 minutes of moderate activity per week. This means every day you move it. Just like mom said, you only brush the teeth you want to keep. I'm telling you, you only move the joints you want to keep. But this is, look at symmetrical activity, absolutely essential for neuroplasticity. Choose an activity that you enjoy. So that way you're going to stay with it, and incorporate resistance training, strength training at least every week. And nutrients. Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. And this is where nutrients are essential. Antioxidant-rich foods, such as dark green leafy vegetables, obviously organic, berries, healthy antioxidants. Look at foods with healthy fats, such as wild-caught salmon, healthy meats, walnuts, high in omega-3s, olive oil, coconut oil, healthy fats, and avoid the toxic fats, the seed oils, corn oil, canola oil, processed foods. Those destroy the gut flora. Anything that is processed can damage your gut flora, and that's called the gut brain. So start today, get a handful of organic berries loaded with antioxidants. And different color berries have different phytonutrients, essential. Get fatty fish, but small fatty fish. Okay, salmon is excellent, wild caught, anchovy, mackerel, sardine, amazingly good for you. And then swap the processed snacks for a handful of walnuts. Absolutely essential. You are what you eat. And then sleep. This is the most important part of your day. Sleep is when the brain regenerates and your body regenerates. Now, when you're looking, memory consolidation, this is what happens when your brain gets that deep states of sleep. You go through these rapid eye movement periods where your brain can literally detox. It's called the glymphatic system. It clears your brain of metabolic waste. It allows cellular repair, allows neurons to be repaired. I mean, it is absolutely essential. So start right now. Be jealous of your sleep. Make sure that you have a consistent sleep schedule. Make sure your room, your environment that you're sleeping is cool and dark and quiet. Understand that your body goes through these 90-minute cycles called rapid eye movement, where literally at the completion of that, your eyes open. So it has to be dark. That's why we have so many videos on how to reset your sleep patterns. And no TV, cell phones, iPads, none of that stuff before bed. That emits a blue light, which interrupts melatonin. And melatonin lengthens those periods of rapid eye movement, and that's your regeneration cycle. And please get educated on sleep. And then 5, emotional stress. Emotional, your body stress is your body responds the exact same way as it does to physical and chemical stress. Taking a few minutes a day to calm that brain down lowers the stress hormone, which is cortisol. And this is toxic to brain cells. It improves memory, focus, and you master your emotions, you change your physiology. And emotional health can literally increase gray matter density and is vital for learning and memory. And I love the clinical studies on mindfulness. Practices like meditation and yoga have been shown to lower cortisol levels, reducing the physical stress response. So look at all the videos that we got on mindfulness and reprogramming your brain. This is something I teach every patient. Today, start with a 5-minute guided meditation. I think we have free applications on our site. Practice deep breathing when you feel stress, deep diaphragmatic breathing, and spend time in nature every day. By working with these 5 keys to health, you can get a healthier brain. Number 1, clear your nervous system of interference. Understand that nervous system can be under stress or regeneration. Exercise, movement is the key for brain function. This is why we put every patient under cross-crawl exercises. Nutrition, make sure you get the healthy fats, healthy nutrients, and make sure it's not processed, not pesticide. Anything that damages the gut can negatively affect your brain. Anything that helps the gut can help your brain. And then sleep. This is when your brain detoxes, your regeneration cycle. And then protect your brain from stress. Master emotions. We're all on a 3-legged stool, physical, chemical, emotional. You master emotions, you can change your physiology. Absolutely amazing. We have brilliant articles on our site. And get in there, start a free account, and that's at adaptivephysiology.com. Love this article. Your brain isn't broken. 5 natural ways to keep sharp your entire life. And also, if you're in California or somewhere in the world, we have 2 clinics, one in Huntington Beach, which is amazing, and one in Tijuana, Mexico, which is more holistic. We have detoxing dental. We have IVs down there. Blood cell analysis, but get to one of our clinics. If you can't get to one of ours, get to somebody that's going to look at your physical, chemical, emotional stress with an objective analysis. You are and also we're having this $100 special, which is crazy. At $815 value at all of our clinics, consultation. We do posture analysis, orthopedic and chiropractic exams, low dose x-rays, static and stress if they're indicated, report of findings, what we found on all of our tests and 3 different nerve scans. And if we find something that I can help you with, you even get an adjustment. You are designed to be healthy. Stay healthy, my friends, and make sure, master your health, master your emotions, and your brain can regenerate. God bless you all.